If you're excited about Kirby and the Forgotten Land for Nintendo Switch, join me today as I play Kirby's Adventure for the NES, and maybe we'll scratch that itch. Hey, my name is Paul. Welcome to the Games Conversation channel. On this channel, we play great Nintendo games and we talk about them. My friend Josh and I will be playing Kirby and the Forgotten Lands for Nintendo Switch. We're going to be doing it in co-op the whole way through, but I really have been excited for that game, and I felt the urge to go back and play an old Kirby game. This one was just sitting on the Nintendo Switch Online service, and I love this game. So we're going to dive in, we're going to play through it, we'll talk a little bit of Kirby, and we'll get excited. Welcome to the Games Conversation channel. We're playing Kirby's Adventure today. My name's Paul, and we're going to get right into it. This is level 1, Vegetable Valley. I love this game, has so many little animations. Alright, so Kirby, he can jump, he can suck, and he can jump and float, and then kind of puff. Alright, so, and then face plant. So we're going into this door number 1. And then, nice. Yeah. So Kirby, what's there to say? He's one of my favorites. I think he's such a cool character. I mean, because he's not very much of a character on the surface, right? Like, he's just a puff. And there's something about that that's cool. I think I always liked him as a kid because he felt very, you know, well, we got another one. He felt very, like, I guess safe is the word, non-threatening. Not that other people did, but I think because he felt safe, his games felt safe. So, I don't know. Maybe other people relate to that. Kirby, the Maxim tomato. Kirby's very, I've never been to Japan, but Kirby is what I consider to be very Japanese. The fact that, like, he's just real cutesy. Oh, I'm not super good at these, but hopefully we'll get better at them as we go. Yeah, he's real cutesy. Everything's kind of, like, expressive. I don't know, in a way that American things aren't. Use the buttons to move the crane and try to get a Kirby. The big one's hard to get, but worth it. Will do. Alright, the button. Okay, I couldn't remember if it just went on its own. Just like a real crane game, these things are like a little frustrating. But we got another credit. There we go! Are we getting it? It always will, like, grab it, and then it's just like, oops, dropped it. Well, we got one big old Kirby. Big old Kerball. Alright. Yeah, so Kirby's very cutesy. And then you think about, like, the power-ups, like the Maxim tomato. I mean, on one hand you could say, like, well, Mario eats mushrooms. Fine. But what is a tomato? I don't know. Something about it just seems so, like, off the wall in a way that Japanese stuff, like, tends to be. Ooh. I would like that, please, still. Yikes, I am not doing well. Poppy Brothers. I guess I should do the way they want you to beat him, you know? I was gonna spit out my power. I don't know if I remember how to. Let's see. Something I really like about Kirby, which I think was introduced in this game, was copy abilities. I don't think the original Dreamland on Game Boy had copy abilities. I think he could inhale and spit and fly, but I'm pretty sure this is the game that actually brought copy abilities, which to me is like so defining for Kirby. Got some tomatoes. Yeah, one of the things I really like about Kirby is copy abilities. It's the same reason that I like Mega Man. You know, I consider Mega Man and Kirby to be, I don't know, I was gonna say brothers, that's ridiculous. But, you know, certainly related gameplay-wise, even if one of them's like pretty hardcore and the other one is pretty soft. Oh, we made it up to 1! Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beat level 2, on to level 3. And then, I'm not super clear. We have the doors have turned white and there's a pink flag. I think that means we've gotten, you know, whatever secrets may have been. I don't really know how this game works. I know some levels do have secrets, but I'm not super clear on that. So we will experiment as we go. Alright, let's get these cannons out of the way. I know everything in Kirby also has like little names. Like I want to say those cannons are called Shotzos. I might be wrong. And that's, I believe, a Broom Hatter. That's a Kaboo. Again, it feels very Japanese. I think they want me to have that, so I should probably learn how to get rid of these powers. No, it's not the slide button, that's for sure. Let's see if it's a... What does the NES have? Select? There it is. You gotta remember that the NES had only, like... Oh. A few buttons. Alright, Fireball, let's see. Ooh. Seems a little uncontrollable, but we'll see. Okay. We're jumping. Those are Bronto Burts. I saw someone on Twitter say they look neither Bronto nor Burt, which I tend to agree with. Okay. This area is giving me kind of some Mario 3 vibes. So if you're underwater, you can't suck and blow, but you can spit water, which is kind of cool. So Kirby, another thing about Kirby that I actually really like is that in general, everything is really, really like happy, peppy, bouncy, jumpy. But inevitably, the game will always turn into some, you know, deep space, just terrible nightmare boss. Like, literally a nightmare boss. Whoa! Does it go higher than 1? And, you know, I get the reason is because Kirby lives in Dreamland. So everything here revolves around kind of, you know, dreams. And I guess the ideal of Dreamland is to have good dreams. And let's see, here's the museum. Here's a colorful display of enemies with special abilities. Eat the one you want. Will do. Sword. I have fire. I mean, I like fire, but we'll experiment a little. Ching ching. He doesn't have the hat that he gets in later games, which I think is a cool touch. Alright, nothing up here. Level 4. We are cruising through Vegetable Valley. Yeah, so everything has to do with dreams, so it definitely makes sense that... Oh, NES. It definitely makes sense that nightmares or kind of, you know, darkness would become like a meaningful villain for Kirby. But yeah, I always really like that. There's something, this might be something I kind of try and tease out while we play. Like, there's something about a completely, like, good, innocent character who's almost not even looking for adventure or a fight, who then, like, really has to rise to the occasion and help in some, like, super high stakes thing, you know, like, I'm thinking about, I played most of the Kirby games, but I'm thinking about Kirby 64. I loved that game as a kid. You know, you play through all these like kind of bouncy worlds, and in a couple worlds there's like a sense of like menace almost, because the music is like a little uneasy, and then kind of the context clues are that like something has happened in these places, like the abandoned factory or the desert where the alien ship is. There's Meta Knight, and we get our invincible lollipop. I think it's called some kind of candy. We're stacked on the... Oh, we gotta get him. Ooh, let's get it. Okay. Alright, we got that. And then you get to the end of the game, and you fight, like, you know, it looks kind of like an angel with a smiley face. And I don't know if you played it, but he flips up, and his face is, like, suddenly just this one bloody eye, and he's got these big wings and a halo, and it's like, ah! And you're in space, and the music, oh my gosh, the music in that specific boss fight, if you don't know it, go look up 02. There are tons of good remixes, but the original song from the game is like, it is so good. It's so good, and it perfectly captures the feeling of like this innocence having to fight this pure evil. And I don't know, I love that. I don't know. I think that's the thing about Kirby. Sorry, Whispy. I just totally like. I mean, Whispy's meant to be easy, right? That's the thing about Kirby that I really like. And I'm trying to think about another example. Thanks so much for joining today on the Games Conversation channel. I hope you've enjoyed this playthrough of Kirby's Adventure for the NES. If you like this video, leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of this game, or if you're looking forward to Kirby and the Forgotten Lands, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And more than anything, I'd love to see a comment from you below. Tell me what you like about Kirby, what you're excited about in the new game. Stay tuned for the next episode.